Hello and welcome back to this still TEW 2016 series. Unfortunately we're not on 2020 yet just because I'm having a few issues converting my save to database and then to a 2020 database. I think it might be because my version of 2016 is not up to date, so I'm hoping to change that in the next couple of days, but I've sort of been leaving it a bit too long, so I wanted to get some content out for you guys just before this series was left for too long. We are at King of the Ring, our second ever, fresh off the back of WrestleMania. A few notes that we made. I sacked David Schultz, Ken Patera, and the Magnificent Mimi. Patera and Schultz had bad backstage attitudes, and Mimi was a part-timer who was constantly getting sent home for drugs and stuff, so there was no point keeping her around. On the note of drugs, after Mania, we did a comprehensive drug test and caught 38 people on the roster, which really impacted us. A lot of them had to go on suspensions, and in that we got Dynamite Kid and Roddy Piper sent away to rehab, so they're both off the roster at the minute. Also, what I have realized is in our backstage notes, we have a dirty doctor. So there's a doctor backstage supplying everybody with steroids, so therefore our roster will grow in star quality faster, but there's a risk of us getting caught. So I just want to know what you guys think we should do with that. Will it have a negative impact on our backstage rating, which as you can see is 100%, but at one point actually did hit 0. After I done the drug tests, we dropped really fast in backstage rating, and so we've actually been able to build it back up, from 100 to 0 back to 100, which is nice. We've bought a couple of companies. NWA All-Star Wrestling, we bought and purchased their titles along with CWA Europe. That is the company that had the match of the year last year with Mile Verno, whose contract we bought out. And also, as you will see in a little bit, we purchased the WWA and got a young Kurt Hennig, who's a babyface and is also their world champion. And also, this show was meant to have Jake Roberts in the quarterfinals of the King of the Ring, which we'll show you in a minute, and also have Paul Orndorff versus Randy Savage. But both men, as you can see in the bottom corner here, were sent home. So we've had to call an audible, and Orndorff is in the King of the Ring. I was wondering what you guys think we should do with Savage then. I think this is like the third or fourth time this month, maybe, that Savage has been sent home, and he's our Intercontinental Champion. So I'm thinking about taking the belt off him at the next possible, probably the TV tapings, and using Orndorff to hold the belt while we sort out Savage and hope that we can get Savage Steamboat ready for Mania, because I would like to do it. It's a popular opinion has it as one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time, from what I've heard. So I would like to be able to run it and see how it does for us, because I think even in game it should be a great match. So to run you through our storylines here quickly, we have Hogan and versus Bundy still running, although it's actually Hogan and Andre versus Big John Studd and King Kong Bundy tonight. We have Savage Orndorff. See, you can see that it's only 63 because it's been really on and off. Bret Hart versus Zbyszko hasn't really been going on. It's just in the background of the tournament. Dump Matsumoto will face Wendi Richter tonight, and the US Express will take on the fabulous Freebirds. Yes, Michael Hayes, Terry Gordy, and Buddy Roberts, which I believe is the original main trio of the Freebirds. It is before my time, but this is what I have seen them to be in videos and stuff. So they will be facing off against US Express for our WWF Tag Team Championships tonight. The titles are currently held here. You can see the WWA World Heavyweight title with Kurt Hennig at an 11. Defense 100 prestige. This is Kurt Hennig currently, 28. He's just a pure babyface. So we're probably going to keep him low on the radar until we decide to switch him over to being Mr. Perfect. Hogan is still champion, 4 defenses, 85 prestige. Savage has actually brought the belt up after 1 defense to an 85, the same as our World Heavyweight Championship. It probably would have actually went higher. Since Hogan's not defending tonight, if Savage had actually been able to defend the belt, it probably would have beaten the Heavyweight Championship tonight. Women's Championship, 51 with Wendi Richter, 2 defenses. Tag teams, 78 with Wendi and Rotunda after 6 defenses. So this is, ignore how little money we have. I had to pay off a lot of people and was buying companies. So we're a little bit broke, but we're not in any serious risk. Let's get into the show. It's 27 segments, 208 minutes. So we are in the fights field, and we're being held in front of 26,899 people. Monsoon and Ventura open the show as they hype up Hogan Andre, Studd, and Bundy. Polo Orndorff being added to the tournament, and also Wendi Richter for her women's title match, 82, very good rating. Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda make their way down to the ring in an elaborate entrance, 84. The tag team match is up next. Hopefully it should be good. 76, was hoping for better, but Barry Windham was not happy at all about this. Him and Mike are both main eventers. The Freebirds are not. They think they're all mid. Michael is mid card. Terry and Buddy are both lower. So in a bout that had superb wrestling and great heat, Hayes and Gordy defeated the US Express in 14:23 when Michael Hayes defeated Barry Windham by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. During the match, we also had Buddy Roberts run in and attack Rotundo. Hayes and Gordy win the WWF Tag Team titles. Gordy was a weak link. Rotundo got an 85, Windham got an 88, Hayes at a mid card got 88, and Gordy a 76 from lower mid card. So when the Freebirds get going, they will be pulling ratings probably better than that of the US Express. We just have to get them there. And we have the celebration for Roberts, Gordy, and Hayes, as there's maybe a little bit of tension between Windham and Rotundo. Nothing serious. The Albano sort of snaps them out of it fast, but they're almost more annoyed than shocked after their loss. 76. Bob Orton hypes up his match in this round of the King of the Ring. This was the first round. Jake Roberts defeated Pedro Morales. Bret Hart beat the Iron Sheik. Adrian Adonis lost to Steamboat. That's the wrong round. Larry Zbyszko defeated Melee Verno. Jimmy Snuka defeated Dory Funk. Tito Santana defeated Hardy Race, who's new to the company. And Cowboy Bob Orton defeated last year's winner, Don Morocco, in the first round. So not a good year for Don. So Gene and Bob Orton got a 76. His match is with Tito Santana. And he also references Paul Orndorff in his interview, just saying that he can't believe that Orndorff has been given a free pass into the tournament. Their match gets a 78, not bad for 8 minutes as well. Exceptional match. Cowboy Bob Orton beat Tito Santana with a superplex. I was going to have him cheat to keep Tito strong, but I didn't want to come straight off the back of cheating in the tag team title match. 82 for Cowboy, 78 for Tito. On to the Funk Brothers, as Terry says that he will get revenge for Dory as he takes on Jimmy Snuka in this round. 75. Terry and Jimmy are a good pairing. Jimmy also helped Dory. Dory and Jimmy have excellent chemistry as well. The match gets an 81, very good for a sort of 10-minute match. Jimmy Snuka defeats Terry Funk, exceptional match. Superfly splash for the finish. Snuka gets an 83, Terry gets an 80. So these matches could be very, very good if we were giving them more time, I guess, as well. Bret Hart's promo is not as good. He talks about Larry Zbyszko, probably because their feud's not great, but it should gain some heat for them before their match, which gets a 78 again. Good riddance. We're building sort of a strong foundation here. In a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Zbyszko defeated Bret Hart in 14:01, following pinfall after interference from Dean Malenko. Bret Hart had an in-ring rating of 78, and Zbyszko, who goes on ahead, gets a 65. Hopefully Zbyszko will have gotten better as the show goes on, but you know, he has also been the winner of the last year's match of the year, so he can do a lot better with more time. Paul Orndorff is being interviewed by Gene Okerlund, and he's sort of hyping up being in the tournament. He says he's disappointed to not be challenging for the title tonight, but you know, being in the King of Ring is a massive deal, and he wants to take it all the way. Then he's interrupted by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who will be his opponent next, who just sort of says, you know, may the best man win, and he's looking forward to facing Paul next as they both head out for their match, which gets a 84, very good. One of the better matches of the save, and it's only 13 minutes. As Paul Orndorff defeats Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with a pile driver. Orndorff got a 92, Steamboat is 78. Could you imagine how good it would be if Steamboat was not falling somewhere in the upper mid-card? And then they just shake hands, as good babyfaces do. Seeing Orndorff's been babyface for 6 months or so now. Hype for the title match. Dump is not meant to be on screen, but Cyndi Lauper and Wendi Richter hype up how Wendi Richter will slay the beast the same way that Hulk Hogan did with King Kong Bundy at Mania. Okerlund was good, Dump is getting better, Cyndi's gimmick is getting stale. Dump performed poorly, but she was meant to be off screen, so it's not too bad. And then the match got a 73. As in a bout that had good wrestling and decent crowd reaction, Dump Matsumoto defeats Wendi Richter in 12 minutes by pinfall with a superplex as Dump wins the Women's Championship. Wendi originally took this badly, but with a bit of keeping her strong and protection, we were able to get the belt off of her, because we just need other people to be able to hold the belt. Because before we built up Dump, it sort of felt like Wendi was, you know, in one tier and everybody else was a tier, if not two below her. So having Dump beat her in this shocking way will hopefully move Dump onto the same level so her and Wendi can have a feud. And then with Dump being like a bulky middleweight or whatever and having like 100 brute, it builds up the same sort of dynamic that you get with Hogan and his challengers, where Wendi has to, you know, fight back and beat the monster heel opponent, although Hogan doesn't really lose his belt much. Wendi got a 73, which is very good. Dump got a 59, which is not bad. With the belt, hopefully she'll be able to grow and get 70s as well soon. Post-match celebration for the women as Fuji holds the belt high over Dump as the two celebrate, as Fuji's been our manager for the past couple of months while I've been building this up. Just as a way, Dump doesn't speak any English, so Fuji sort of covers that for her. And I think they actually fit, especially with the way they have the eye paint there. They sort of look like they could be in the same stable. Don Morocco is a bit of an outlier now with Fuji, so I might have to move him away. Snuka gets a 78 as he hypes up his match next round with Larry Zbyszko in the semi-finals of the King of the Ring. And then Zbyszko hypes up the same match, 77, not bad. And they get an 82, pretty good, 15 minutes. In a superb match, Zbyszko defeats Snuka in 15:50 by pinfall. Snuka got an 83, Zbyszko has 68, so again, not good. Zbyszko's the whole way into the final and has not gotten over a 70, but he is getting a big push tonight by the looks of it. And in our next match, we have an elaborate entrance at 83 from Paul Orndorff, who looks like a real star, heading into his semi-final match with Cowboy Bob Orton. And they get a 82, not bad. I think that might be the best match of their set. I think this is their third match. Exceptional match as Paul Orndorff defeats Cowboy Bob Orton in 13:44 by pinfall with the pile driver. Orndorff got a 93, Cowboy at 82, no improvements. Good match, good card build so far. And now for our, I guess, semi-main, or if we were using modern terms, it would be our co-main, as in a 91, Hogan and Andre make their elaborate over-the-top entrance. Hogan looked well Andre looked good. And ooh, in a 90, the best match of the series so far. In an exceptional match, Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan defeat King Kong, Bundy, and Big John Studd with a Hogan leg drop in 16:28. The match suffered because there was not enough selling. Still got a 90. Better than any of our Piper Hogans, I think, unfortunately. Hogan got a 93, Andre a 91, Studd a 91, Bundy a 94. So he was the best person in the match now. We actually came a long way with Bundy. No improvements, was there? No, Bundy got... no, Studd, sorry, got better in Rumble. The match ends with Hogan and Andre celebrating at a 77. Not good, but we are just sort of continuing the build for Hogan and Andre towards WrestleMania. And we will probably separate them a little bit for a while, as it will probably become Bundy versus Andre and Hogan versus Studd maybe for a while. Monsoon and Ventura hype up the finals of the King of the Ring as Polo and Orndorff will face Larry Zbyszko in a 79. I'm glad we have Jesse Ventura back from rehab because he's been pulling some great ratings. And in the main event, a 77. I really wish this had been earlier on the card after we just got a 90. An exceptional match, Larry Zbyszko defeats Polo Orndorff by submission with Larry Landremer after interference from Cowboy Bob Orton. Orndorff was not pleased about this. Probably should have just let him have the win if I hadn't known Zbyszko was going to not look great. He even seemed off his game in this match as he got a 73 and Orndorff got a 93. But as we said, Orndorff will probably have something slightly different planned for him in the coming months as we look to probably replace Savage for at least the meantime. So as a Zbyszko Hogan match, Zbyszko is a big name in the way, and it means Orndorff can be Intercontinental Champion for a while to replace Savage while we sort out a few of his other issues. And then the show closes with a 72 as Zbyszko celebrates while Orndorff and Orton are brawling out of the screen. As Cowboy works well with his off script. We got an 82, bombed with those last three segments, or last two even. But best match of the series so far. Didn't actually expect much. I don't know why from those four. I guess because King Kong, Bundy, and Hogan had disappointed at Mania. I thought I'd be better off putting Orndorff in the main event. Zbyszko bombed, so hopefully we'll be able to build Orndorff as Intercontinental Champion up to be on equal with Hogan, so that then from now on I can't really get the main event wrong, I guess. Our show increasing 18 regions. We will make the speech for King Kong Bundy, Hulk Hogan, because he got a 93, and then Paul Orndorff was pulling 90s most of the night. In another world, I guess Orndorff would be World Champion, and I guess he has World Championship material. Bundy was pleased, Hogan's very happy, Orndorff is pleased. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of that episode. What do you think we should do about the Dirty Doctor? Will it kill our backstage rating? Is it worth killing our backstage rating to ensure the safety of our talent? What would you do with Randy Savage? He's missed about 3 or 4 shows this month due to the fact he has been showing up to work high. Would you give Orndorff the belt, especially after those performances? And do you think I chose the wrong champion or the wrong King of the Ring winner? I'm hoping that at the next show, Zbyszko versus Hogan will pull a good enough rating that I will look like I made the right choice. Although I'm worried Orndorff as Intercontinental Champion might blow them both out of the water. So we'll show you this so far. Rest of the year so far is Black Bart. Company is New Japan. Match of the year is Bob Backlund and Black Bart at Power Pro Wrestling in March. Team of the year is Kakuryu, which is Tenryu and Saruda. Show of the year was MSW Supercard. Young wrestler is 21-year-old Jushin Thunder Liger, who is actually performing as Keiichi Yamada for some reason in New Japan. That's his top 10 matches if you're interested. The Veteran Wrestler of the Year is Inoki. Here is his top 10. Wow. 95's lowest is an 88. And I was just talking about how great it was that we got a 90 there. Female Wrestler of the Year is Isuki Yamazaki. I believe is, yeah, only works in Japan. Because we looked at some of the All Japan women's wrestlers, like the Jumping Bomb Angels, and Bull Nakano and people like that, but a lot of them are specifically just working in Japan and nowhere else. Independent Wrestler of the Year, Nick Bockwinkel, who is actually retiring apparently according to this, along with people like the Spoiler, and I think we also had Abdullah the Butcher retire recently, and stuff like that. So yep, thank you all for listening, and hopefully next episode we will be on 2020. If not, we will definitely be there by Mania 3, where I will hopefully get the main event right, and I will see you next time. Thanks.